Hello and welcome to Mark in the Park, the program where we keep you up to date on all the things going on at Urbana Park District. Remember, at Urbana Park District, you belong here. I'm Mark Schultz, and we're joined today by David Subers, the Environmental Public Program Coordinator at the Anita Purvis Nature Center, and we are here in Friendship Grove today at the Nature Center. It's a great place to come visit.
That's right. It's a beautiful day here, too. It's good to see you, Mark. Thanks for coming out.
Yep, good to see you, too. And a lot of times, when people come to the Nature Center in the fall months, even when there's a nip and chill in the air, the Nature Center is a great place to visit.
I totally agree. The fall is one of my favorite times to visit. You know, you've got all kinds of changes going on in the woods throughout the season. Not only color change, but you've got wildlife out there, searching for food. You've got all kinds of cool fungi action, different mushrooms out there. And like you said, the Friendship Grove here is always a great place to play because, in the summer months, sometimes if you're out here just really enjoying yourself as a young kid, it can get a little too hot. And so, we're starting to get some nice weather days too out here, and it's just beautiful.
And it's, again, a great place to get the wiggles out in the Friendship Grove.
Exactly.
But when people go into Busey Woods, there's really a lot of diverse wildlife. And what could people be able to see out there?
It's a great question. We have it's an amazing place for birding, kind of to start off. People really in our community love to come to Busey Woods to see the different sorts of birds. We have migratory birds that move through during different seasons, year-round residents, different groups of birds that come. So, things you might not see in other places. So a lot of different songbirds, but also predatory birds. There are Cooper's hawks that hang around usually to hunt some of those other ones. Really good population of deer out here in Busey Woods. So I see deer pretty frequently out there, and the fall is a good time to do so. There's all kinds of different mammals. It's a good place to find amphibians as well. That's more of a spring, summer months thing. But, sometimes you can find the odd salamander frog here and there still hanging around the ponds when we have a good soak. So, it's just a really diverse place. Like you said, it's a great forest that's got a lot of different habitat for different species.
And if you know where to look and how to look, you might even see a couple owls.
That's exactly right. Yes. Yeah. Talking birds. Exactly. Yep. A little bit, maybe early evening time is a great place, a great time to look for those. Right along the boardwalk, actually. Easy trail, really accessible for a lot of different people. And that's where we spot a lot of owls. So that's great news.
And if people want to take a look at nature from inside the Nature Center, you have, in my opinion, the best place in all of Urbana to go and just mellow out.
Yes.
You have an observatory looking over lots of bird feeders. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, as soon as you said a place to mellow out, I thought he's talking about the observation room. And yep, that's exactly it. We have this observation room that brings in the sounds from outside. It overlooks our habitat garden. So we have a lot of native plantings right outside these large windows that you get to kind of just sit and enjoy this very calm and serene space where you're hearing the bird song from outside, the kind of flowing water from a little pond that we have out there. And so, we have feeders up as well. So it's just a place where birds gather and visit throughout the day. And, you really can see a lot of different species. There's always, sparrows hanging out there, but you've got lots of different species that come through as well. So yeah, it's really a wonderful little spot to just chill. And you've also got the field station next to it, which is, maybe a little more active space where you can bring people who maybe want to get some of those wiggles out or learn about some different things without, maybe if it's a bad weather day, a rainy day, or a really cold one, come inside and visit.
And when you were talking about the observation room, yes, the field station is great inside. And when you're talking about the observation room, you have a parabolic mic that pipes in the sound from outside, so you can hear the birds chirping and the water flowing.
Exactly, right. Yeah, I left that detail out.
Yes.
The microphone brings in those sounds,
Yes.
Right. It's such a beautiful space, and I really enjoy just sitting there and kind of calming down every now and then.
Excellent. And people have a chance, say, well, I'm interested in nature, I'm interested in walking, I'm interested in learning more, but I'm not quite sure how to do it. I need a little guidance.
Yes.
There's a chance for people to come out for a free guided walk this fall.
That's exactly right. So I'm really excited. We're going to be doing some what we're calling autumn evening walks. And so the time for these is hopefully so some people could maybe even join us after the school day or after the work day. We're going to be doing these once a month in September, October, and November on a few different Tuesdays. So they're from 5 to 6 p.m. And like you said, Mark, it's going to be a led kind of walk in the woods where we're just seeing what's changing, what's new in the forest, what folks' interests are depending on who's there on different days. And we'll just talk about kind of the things that we're seeing. Some of those things we've already spoken about, the wildlife that lives out there, the new fungi, the trees that are changing throughout the season. So we're really looking forward to doing those this year.
Fantastic. And people can go to urbanaparks.org for more information about that, or you can call the Anita Purvis Nature Center at 217-384-4062 and ask to talk to David about the autumn walks coming up.
That's right.
What is, you were going to say something?
I was going to say one other thing about those walks is if you've seen those in the program guide, it mentions registration is required. Actually, we've kind of shifted that a little bit, and now registration is no longer required. So if you're watching this, you can register. There is an option to do so online, but you can also just show up if you decide, hey, I got off work in time to make this, and I think I've decided to go do it. Then just come on by on one of those dates.
I'm feeling a little naturey. I'm going to go on the walk.
Exactly.
Excellent. I was going to ask you, what is the most interesting thing you have seen walking through Busey Woods?
Oh, that's such a good question. And it's hard to narrow it down, but we've already struck on one of the things that I think is one of the most kind of, for lack of a better word, awesome, just fills me with awe is the barred owl that we see, or probably more than one barred owl that, is a resident of Busey Woods there. And, if you see that at the right time and you can hear their calls as well. And it's just, sometimes it's a little dark out and it's just, it's a really cool experience that you don't always get. And it's a little bit, there's all kinds of experiences. Almost every time I go out into the woods, I see something new or I learn something new and it fills me with excitement, but it's hard to match that, just power of seeing that predator up in the tree. With its beautiful colors. That's probably my favorite right now.
I want to go on a hike right now, just hearing about that.
Absolutely.
So again, if people want to know more about the nature and environmental experiences they can have this fall out at the Nature Center, or if they want more information on those events, how do they contact you to get more information?
Sure. So as you mentioned, urbanaparks.org, looking for our program guide, the nature pages is a great place to see these programs we have planned. But I would be more than happy to give some more detail, talk through questions with people, maybe address concerns, even, to help folks. One thing I mentioned in the guide that I'll mention now as well is if you're a little bit concerned, I don't know how far I'd be able to make it into the woods. Maybe you're don't walk as much as you used to, or maybe you're a little bit worried about the accessibility out there or the way that trails are. I would be happy to, plan one of these walks to be a little bit more of an easy, accessible walk. So that's the kind of thing I'd love to talk through with you. And you can reach me through the Nature Center phone at 217-384-4062. If you'd like to leave a voicemail after hours, my extension is 361. You're also welcome to send me an email. My email is going to be dasubers, that's SUBERS, at urbanaparks.org. And I'd be happy to communicate that well, too.
David, I hope we get a lot of people coming out to see you at the Nature Center, and I hope you get to guide a lot of people on some great discoveries this fall.
Me too. I can't wait.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
David Subers, the Environmental Public Program Coordinator, has been our guest today on Mark in the Park, talking about fall at Anita Purvis Nature Center. Again, for more information, look up urbanaparks.org online. I'm Mark Schultz. Thanks for joining us.